Hello fellow YouTubers, this is DVD Collector 1986 here with a new video for you. This is going to be a top 10 comic book films video, and we're just going to jump into it here. One thing I'll say before I get into the list is that there will be one extra one at the end of the video I mentioned, which will be a honorable mention. But this is a top 10 video, so I hope you enjoy it, and let's get into what you're here for. First, coming in at number 10, which might be a bit shocking, Batman from 1989. Love this movie. Even though this is my number 10, just know I do love all the movies in this list because this is a top 10, so I love all these. But Batman, can't go wrong with Tim Burton's Batman. Next, I have the Dark Knight Trilogy here. However, out of the three films in this trilogy, I actually prefer The Dark Knight Rises, the last one. I have a few problems with this trilogy, some things that I think they did not deliver on. I don't think it's a perfect trilogy like a lot of people claim that it is. But let's just say I do enjoy all three of these, but my favorite is The Dark Knight Rises. Next, Sin City. I prefer this over the sequel. I just like the combination of the different stories and how they interconnect to each other, kind of like a Quentin Tarantino film, and how they actually take like live action and combine it with animated backgrounds and a little bit of CGI, but it's done very well. So even though it's partially live action, you also feel like you're watching a stylized comic book on screen. I just really enjoy this film, Sin City. Next, Road to Perdition. This is actually a movie that is based on a Dark Horse comic book, which, if you ever read the Dark Horse comic, like Sin City, that comic book that this movie is based on is completely black and white. A very gritty comic and very, very well done. Road to Perdition. That's a really good movie, man. And a lot of people don't know that that's actually based on a comic book. So next, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. And I actually prefer the Ultimate Edition, the R-rated cut. We've never had an R-rated Batman movie before until this. I think that a fully realized R-rated Batman movie has not completely been achieved yet, but we are getting there. Real quick, I'd just like to say I hope that the new The Batman movie, as it's called, I hope that it ends up being R-rated, because if it ends up being R-rated, it looks very promising. However, I love this movie, Batman v Superman. I am more a Batman fan than I am a Superman fan, but I like this movie a whole lot. A lot of people don't like this movie, but I honestly don't see why. I love it. It's a very good crossover film. Next, I have here the Superman motion picture anthology, and this is the version of this set that contains the two versions of Superman 1 and also two versions of Superman 2. I prefer. I like the first Superman. I have seen all these. Even though I am a Batman fan, I do enjoy these. And this is a really good set to get. Just on a side note, because you get. I'm looking at the back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's an 8-disc set, and it has, like I said, the Superman original movie, Superman the movie expanded edition, Superman 2, Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, which I hear is pretty good. I've seen Superman 2, but I have not seen the Donner cut yet. And then it has Superman 3, Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, and Superman Returns. And a lot of special features. It says over 20 hours of bonus features. That is amazing. But anyway, out of this set, I really do like the first Superman. Next, Justice League. Again, this is not the greatest movie in the world. Zack Snyder was not able to finish the movie for some personal reasons. However, I have heard lately that he is going back and he's doing an alternate version of this movie, which will be called the Snyder Cut. And I hear it's like 3 or 4 hours long, something like that. But this was the theatrical version that we got. And it's not a bad movie. It's actually really entertaining. It's got Batman, it's got Wonder Woman, it's got Aquaman, The Flash, Cyborg, Superman. You know, it's got a bunch of DC heroes in it. And it's, like I said, it's not the greatest movie in the world, but for a entertaining comic book popcorn movie, this is a great movie to throw in if you just want to have some fun watching it. And I really enjoy it. Okay, now we're getting, this is the top 3, so now we're getting to the nitty gritty. Kick-Ass. I love this movie because it's a bit stylized, but it really shows you if a real person, just a regular person with no superpowers, puts on a suit and goes after bad guys in the real world, it shows you what can really happen. And it's got some really good performances by Nicolas Cage and what's that guy's name? Boy, oh boy. Aaron Johnson, I believe, who plays Kick-Ass. And then there's also Chloe Grace Moretz. The sequel to this is pretty good, but I always preferred this movie. I was just blown away by it the first time I saw it. And I think my favorite scene in the entire movie is the warehouse scene where Hit Girl rescues or attempts to rescue her father using night vision goggles. That is a really, really awesome scene. If you haven't seen this movie, I highly suggest that you check it out. Next, Dredd. The Stallone version is really campy, corny, cheesy, and it's okay for a comedy. But if you want a true and accurate movie adaptation that's very close to what the comic book was like, look no further than this movie right here. This is a really good movie. And Carl Urban is awesome as Dredd. And in the number one spot, you probably saw when I dragged it across the screen, but Logan. This is my number one favorite comic book movie of all time, and it's R rated. It's a hard R comic book movie, and I just love this movie. I did a very, very extensive review of this movie on my channel. I don't remember what video that was, but it's on my channel somewhere. It's spoiler heavy, so if you haven't seen this movie yet, don't go watch that review. However, if you have seen the movie, feel free to check it out. This is, like I said, this is my favorite comic book movie. And what an awesome finale for Hugh Jackman. This was his final outing as Wolverine, and what an amazing movie this was. So, lastly, I said I was going to do one honorable mention, and I am a Batman fan, as I mentioned earlier, and this is my favorite incarnation of Batman ever. This is, technically it's not a movie, that's why I decided to do it as an honorable mention, but this is the Batman, the animated series from the 1990s, and this is actually when you buy this set, you're not going to get it in this packaging. I actually bought this case empty, off of eBay, and then what I did was I made my own version of the artwork, and I resized it so it would fit in here and printed it out, because I don't like the factory packaging that this set came with. But I love this show. I could never talk about my childhood without mentioning this. This show right here is heavily embedded in my DNA, as are a lot of other shows, like the Ninja Turtles and stuff like that. But this was probably one of my all-time favorite shows growing up as a kid. And this is, like I said, my favorite incarnation of Batman, so I had to throw this in as an honorable mention, even though it's not a movie. It's a really good show, and it's so good that even adults can enjoy it, and it's surprisingly very, very, very dark for a kid's cartoon. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks.